Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn Cambodian with me again. My name is Dara. I am a Khmer tutor from the Khmer Lesson. Okay, I have not seen everyone for a long time already, maybe like 3 weeks already, right? Okay, really sorry for that because like the last few weeks, yes, really busy with my work and with my family as well. I hope everyone is good and stay safe during the spread of COVID-19. Okay, so today I'm back with a new lesson for you. And in this lesson, you are going to learn all question words in Cambodian language. When you think about question word, okay, like in English, when you make a question, okay, there are many different kind of question, right? In English, you make a question with WA, like what, where, why. You make a question with how. You make a question with can or do or does or verb to be, am, is, are, etc. Okay, so in Cambodian language the same. We have like different question words in Cambodian language, and yeah, and in this lesson you are going to learn all of this with me. Okay, so right now if you are ready, let's get started with me together. Question words in Cambodian. Okay, so right now let's start with me. Number 1, question word te or ot. Te or ot. Okay, so when you make a question with do, does, did, am, is, are, will, would, blah 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 like this, in Cambodian language we use te or ot as a question word, and this question word is used at the end of the sentence. Like you see, I wrote for you, I wrote dot 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 and then question word te or ot. So it means this question word is used at the end of the sentence. And also te is more formal than ot. So in spoken Cambodian language, Cambodian people, we never use te in spoken. So in spoken we always use ot all the time. But in written we always write te rather than ot. Okay, but for foreigner it's okay if they don't know how to say ot. They can use te. They can use te. So actually you can use both for this question word. But so right now let's see some example with this question word together. Example number 1. Do you like this food? អ្នកចូលចិត្តម្ហូបនេះទេ or you can say អ្នកចូលចិត្តម្ហូបនេះអត់ អ្នកចូលចិត្តម្ហូបនេះទេ or អ្នកចូលចិត្តម្ហូបនេះអត់ បាទ Example number 2. Are you hungry? អ្នកឃ្លានទេ or អ្នកឃ្លានអត់ អ្នកឃ្លានទេ អ្នកឃ្លានអត់ Example number 3. Where we go now? យើងនឹងទៅឥឡូវទេ or យើងនឹងទៅឥឡូវអត់ យើងនឹងទៅឥឡូវទេ យើងនឹងទៅឥឡូវអត់ Number 2. Question word បានទេ or បានអត់ Okay, បានទេ or បានអត់ So the same as previous question word that you can use បានទេ or បានអត់ but បានទេ is more formal and បានអត់ is like is informal. So Cambodian people like to use បានអត់ all the time in spoken. Okay, but for foreigners, okay, they can use both. Okay, so បានទេ or បានអត់ you use with question of can, and then in case you make a question like okay. Okay, so in this case also you use បានអត់ or បានទេ as a question word. Okay, so right now let's see some example. Example number 1. Can you speak Khmer? អ្នកអាចនិយាយខ្មែរបានទេ or អ្នកអាចនិយាយខ្មែរបានអត់ អ្នក អាចនិយាយខ្មែរបានទេអ្នកអាចនិយាយខ្មែរបានអត់ Example number 2 Can you cook អ្នកអាចធ្វើម្ហូបបានទេអ្នកអាចធ្វើម្ហូបបានអត់អ្នកអាចធ្វើម្ហូបបានទេអ្នកអាចធ្វើម្ហូបបានអត់ Example number 3 $10 okay $10 បានទេ$10 បានអត់$10 បានទេ$10 បានអត់ Okay, so this is how to use បានទេ or បានអត់ with question of can or and okay. Yes. Question word number 3. No. No. Okay, so I know this word a bit hard for foreigner to pronounce this word as a question word, but it's okay. I need you have to pronounce like this, nah. You have to say no, no. Okay, so no it means yet. So when you make a question with yet, okay, in Khmer language we use this one. Okay, so right now let's see some examples. Example number 1. Have you arrived home yet? អ្នកដល់ផ្ទះនៅអ្នកដល់ផ្ទះនៅអ្នកដល់ផ្ទះនៅ Okay, example number 2. Have you told your mom yet? អ្នកប្រាប់ម៉ាក់របស់អ្នកនៅអ្នកប្រាប់ម៉ាក់របស់អ្នកនៅអ្នកប្រាប់ម៉ាក់របស់អ្នកនៅ Example number 3. Are you married yet? អ្នករៀបការនៅអ្នករៀបការនៅអ្នករៀបការនៅ Okay, so this is how to use no as a question word of yet in Cambodian in Cambodian language. Okay. Question word number 4. How I know. How I know. Okay, so how I know is a question word of already and then use at the end of the sentence as well. Okay, so let's see examples. Example 1. Have you eaten rice already? អ្នកញ៉ាំបាយហើយនៅអ្នកញ៉ាំបាយហើយនៅអ្នកញ៉ាំបាយហើយនៅ Example 2. Have you done homework already? អ្នកធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្ទះហើយនៅអ្នកធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្ទះហើយនៅអ្នកធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្ទះហើយនៅ Example number 3. Have you cooked already? អ្នកធ្វើម្ហូបហើយនៅអ្នកធ្វើម្ហូបហើយនៅអ្នកធ្វើម្ហូបហើយនៅ Okay, so this is how to use how I know as a question word of already in Cambodian language. Go to next one. Question word number 5. ពិតមែនទេ or ពិតមែនអត់ or you can say មែនទេ or មែនអត់ Okay, so I use put in the bracket, so it means this word is optional, so you don't need to use this, so you can silence this. So in spoken you just say មែនទេ or មែនអត់ Okay, So right now you see te or ot again, like previous question word. So also the same, mente is more formal and man art is like, it's common. So in spoken, we like to use man art like often. Okay, so mente or man art is the question word of right or really. Okay, right or really. Okay, so right now let's see examples with this word together. Okay, example 1. They are Khmer people, right? Okay, so when you make a question to ask someone like this, like, oh, they are Cambodian people or they are Khmer people, right? Okay, so in this case you say ពួកគេជាប្រជាជនខ្មែរមែនទេ 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 Example number 2. I've already passed the exam. ខ្ញុំបានជាប់ការប្រឡងហើយ 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 And then when someone tells you like this, and then say, really? Okay, so in this case you say, but mente or mente. Okay, so I use only mente or but mente. I don't write but man on. Okay, it's too long. But in spoken you can use either, but you can use but mente or but man on. Okay, and it depends on you. But okay, but in this lesson I use only one. Okay, so you see when someone tell you about something and then you would like to make sure like, oh, really? Okay, so you say mente or man art. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is how to use like mente or man art of right or really in Cambodian language. Okay, so now go to next one. Question word number 6. Pon man. Pon man. Okay, so this word you know already. I mean, you use with how much or how many. And another one you use with question related to number. Related to number. So you will see the example with this, okay, a bit more. Okay, so right now let's see some examples with me together. Okay, example number 1, you ask about price. So you always say how much. Okay, then you say pon man. But and right now I use the full sentence. How much is the price? Đầm lay pon man. Đầm lay pon man. Đầm lay pon man. Okay, example number 2, you use how many. How many cars do you have? អ្នកមានឡានប៉ុន្មាន 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 Okay, so this is how to use how much and how many for ប៉ុន្មាន Okay, example number 3. How old are you? អ្នកអាយុប៉ុន្មាន 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 So you see in this sentence you make a question with how old are you, not how much, not how many. But in Cambodian language, okay, when you make a question like this to ask about number or question related to number, because when you answer they will tell you about their age. So about age, okay, they always use number, right? Okay, so a question like this we always use pon man as a question word. So you see in Khmer you say you, age, and then how much or how many. But so that in Khmer we say pon man. But pon man. Okay, go to see example number 4. Ask about time. What time? Maung pon man. Maung pon man. Maung pon man. Okay, so when you ask about time, you ask about number, right? Okay, so maung, it means a clock. So maung and then pon man. Example number 5. Ask about phone number. Okay, so this one we ask about number as well. So what is your phone number? លេខទូរស័ព្ទអ្នកប៉ុន្មាន 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 Okay, so you see, when you make a question related to number, no matter you use what, you use how, or another question word, but in Khmer we don't care. You just use pon man as a question word. Okay, bye. Okay, go to next one. Question word number 7. Okay, away, ke. Okay, so for this question word, you can use like many words in Cambodian language, but the first one is is formal or only in written, and second one and the last one it means only in spoken. So in spoken we always use we use a lot with I or ke, and away in spoken we never use, so more formal. But for you it's okay, you can use anyone you want, okay, no problem. Okay, so away or ke is a question word of what, and then don't forget, you see, this word used at the end of the sentence. Okay, let's see example. Example number 1. What is your name? ឈ្មោះរបស់អ្នកអី 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 Okay, so in example I use only one, I will not use all because it's too long. Yeah, so in spoken, okay, depends on you, no problem. Okay, so this is the meaning of what is your name. This one I follow English, but in spoken, as you know already, when you ask someone about name, mostly we never use this sentence. We use another one that you always say អ្នកឈ្មោះអី អ្នកឈ្មោះអី right, rather than you say instead of ឈ្មោះរបស់អ្នកអី we never actually we rarely use this sentence to ask about name. So a bit formal when you ask someone ឈ្មោះរបស់អ្នកអី yeah, I understand, but you're so formal. So in asking someone about name, just say អ្នកឈ្មោះអី អ្នកឈ្មោះអី Okay, example number 2. What do you want? អ្នកចង់បានអី 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 Okay, so this is how to use a as a question word of what in Cambodian language. Okay, go to next one. Question word number 8. នៅណា នៅណា Okay, so នៅណា it means where, and then use at the end of the sentence as well. For example, number 1. Where is your house? ផ្ទះរបស់អ្នកនៅណា 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 Example number 2. Where do you work? អ្នកធ្វើការនៅណា 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 Okay, so this is how to use នៅណា as a question word of where in Cambodian language. Question word number 9. ពេលណា ពេលណា Okay, the same word, but you can use either. First, you use at the end of the sentence, or you can use at the beginning of the sentence for when. Okay, so you can use both. Soពេលណា is a question word of when. For example, when did you arrive home? When did you arrive home? អ្នកដល់ផ្ទះពេលណា 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 Okay, so this sentence I use ពេលណា at the end of the sentence. And example number 2, I use ពេលណា at the beginning of the sentence, but meaning still the same. Okay, so when will you go to work? ពេលណាអ្នកនឹងទៅធ្វើការ 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 Question word number 10. Het-awey or het-awey. Okay, so when you look at the question of what, you will see away or a. Okay, and why het-awey or het-awey. Okay, so yeah, het-awey is more formal and only in written, but in spoken we always use het-awey. Het-awey. Okay, and how to use the same like in English, you see, we use at the beginning of the sentence as well. This is why I use dot 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 after het-awey and then question mark. Okay, so het-awey is a question of why. Okay, let's see example. Example 1. Why do you learn Khmer? ហេតុអីអ្នករៀនខ្មែរ 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 Example number 2. Why do you like Cambodia? ហេតុអីអ្នកចូលចិត្តកម្ពុជា 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 Question word number 11. ណា ណា Okay, so na is a question of which. Which. Okay, let's see examples. Which one do you prefer? អ្នកចូលចិត្តមួយណា 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 Example 2. Which book are you reading? អ្នកកំពុងអានសៀវភៅណា 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 Question word number 12. របស់អ្នកណា or របស់ណាគេ Okay, so របស់អ្នកណា or របស់ណាគេ it means whose. Okay, and then use at the end of the sentence. Okay, let's see examples. Example 1. Whose car is this? ឡាននេះរបស់ណាគេ 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 Example 2. Whose book is on the table? សៀវភៅរបស់ណាគេនៅលើតុ 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 Question word number 13. អ្នកណា នរណា ណាគេ Okay, so all of these are question words of who. Okay, and the first one and the second one a bit formal. So in spoken we don't really use that much. So in spoken, we like to use the last one, that you say nake. Okay, this is the question word of who. Okay, so let's see example. As you know already, in English, when you use who, you always use at the beginning of the sentence. But if you think about grammar, who can be a subject and can be an object, that it looks like whom. But right now we don't, you don't use whom anymore, right? But in Khmer, when you use who as a subject, you use at the beginning. And then if you use who as an object, you use it at the end of the sentence. Okay, so in example number 1, we use who as a subject. So this is why I use nake at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so the sentence is, who is your sweetheart? Nake chia sang saរបស់អ្នក Nake chia sang saរបស់អ្នក Nake chia sang saរបស់អ្នក Example 2. Who cooks for you? ណាគេធ្វើម្ហូបសម្រាប់អ្នក 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 Okay, so this is how to use who as a subject. Okay, example number 3. Okay, in English, you still use who at the beginning, but in Khmer, different. We use nake at the end. Okay, so example, you say, who do you live with? អ្នករស់នៅជាមួយណាគេ 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 Example 4. Who are you speaking with? អ្នកកំពុងនិយាយជាមួយណាគេ 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 Question word number 14. Okay, so question word number 14, I have more. Okay, so this is why I use number 1, number 2, number 3. Because question word number 14, we use how. Okay, and how to use how in Cambodian language, we have like 4 or 5 different use of how in Khmer language. Okay, so like number 1, we use yang mach or đôi mặt đếch. Okay, yang mach or đôi mặt đếch. So these are question words of how, but we have like different point. So when you use yang mach or đôi mặt đếch, we use with how, but just how to do something. In case how to do something, okay, so don't forget. Okay, how to do something. So we say yang mach or đôi mặt đếch. But in spoken, in spoken we always use yang mach rather than đôi mặt đếch, because đôi mặt đếch is more formal, so we don't really use that much. So you just use yang mach in spoken. Okay, so let's see example. How did you fix it? You see, how to do something. How did you fix it? អ្នកធ្វើវាយ៉ាងម៉េច 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 Okay. Example number 2. How do you go to work? អ្នកទៅធ្វើការយ៉ាងម៉េច 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 Okay, so this is how to use how and how to do something. Okay, yang mach. Okay. Okay, next one, number 2. mach-day. Mach-day. Okay, this is also the question of how, but in case asking about situation, condition, etc. Okay, So in this case, how in Khmer you say mach-day, mach-day. Okay, let's see example. How is the traffic today? ថ្ងៃនេះចរាចរណ៍មិនដែរ 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 Example number 2. How are you feeling? អារម្មណ៍របស់អ្នកមិនដែរ 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 Okay, so this is how to use mach-day for how to ask about condition or situation. Number 3. Mach-day. Okay, like number 2. Okay, but number 3 we use another one, mach-day, mach-day or mach-day. Okay, for number 3, okay, mostly we like to use mach-day rather than mach-day. And what is different? Okay, for number 3, okay, we use with how as well, but ask about the result. Ask about the result after doing something. So for example, someone go to the hospital for health checking, okay, and then when they come back, they ask you, you ask them like, oh, how is the result, or how is your health checkup? Okay, Annie, you would like to know about the result after checking their health, right? Okay, bye. Okay, so now let's see example with me together. Okay, ask about job interview. Okay, so after job interview, you would like to know about the result. So yeah, you use how. So in Khmer you say mach-day, mach-day. But okay, so how is your job interview? ការសម្ភាសន៍ការងាររបស់អ្នកមិនហើយ 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 Okay, example number 2. How is your test? Yeah, fall or pass. Okay, and you would like to know about the result. Okay, how is your test? ការប្រឡងរបស់អ្នកមិនហើយ 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 Okay, so this is how to use mach-day as a question word of how to ask about the result. Okay, go to next one. Okay, number 4. Number 4 question of how as well, but how to say something. Okay, so in this case you can say yang make as well. Yeah, like the first one, like how to do something. But and another one, the right one for how to say something. Okay, we always use thamak, thamak. Okay, so I recommend you when you use when you ask someone how to say this word, how to say that word. Okay, so you can use thamak. Okay, thamak is better than yang make. Okay. Okay, now go to see example. How do you say this word? How do you say this word? អ្នកនិយាយពាក្យនេះថាម៉េច 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 Okay, that's all for this lesson, and I hope this lesson is helpful for you to make all question word in Cambodian language. Okay, so after watching this video and still not like if you are still not clear or have any question from this lesson, just let me know by leaving your comment in the comment section, and I'm going to talk to you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Please stay safe and have a great day.